Right now on the CBS 13 News at 5:30, a family traumatized all over again nearly 30 years after the kidnap, torture and murder of an 8-year-old boy, Michael Lyons of Yuba City.
A law that went into effect in 2021 is allowing his killer a resentencing hearing.
Let's hear more from your reporter covering Sutter County, Kayla Moeller. She's live in front of the Sacramento County Courthouse, Superior Courthouse. Kayla, what can you tell us?
Well, Tony and Marley, this was all triggered by Senate Bill 483. Convicted killer Robert Rhoades sexually abused, tortured, and brutally murdered an 8-year-old boy nearly 30 years ago. Now the family is back in court having to relive it all over again.
I wanted everybody to know what California legislation was doing to victims of crimes.
A sea of blue pouring out of the Sacramento courthouse in support of 8-year-old Michael Lyons, who loved the color blue. The boy was murdered by Robert Rhoades in 1996.
As soon as I seen him, I could hear Mikey yelling, screaming. And the flashes of what happened to Michael flashed through my mind.
Rhoades, now in his 80s, joined the resentencing hearing via Zoom, but the judge decided on a continuation rather than a resentencing. At the request of Rhoades' lawyer, in 1998, the case was moved to Sacramento County after the Sutter County court granted a motion for change of venue.
This is a case that originated out of Sutter County, so it appears that it is likely to have a Sutter County public defender or someone appointed from Sutter County to undertake the representation rather than an attorney from Sacramento.
There's so many people in our community that we fought to have here. People who have taken off work, people who have flown across the country to be here in support and to be told that morning of that nothing's happening.
The family, desperate to keep this chapter closed, will have to come back for a November 3rd hearing for an identification of counsel. The uncertainty of the resentencing continues to hang over their heads.
This was probably the most horrific case that Sutter County's ever seen. We're 30 years almost from the date that Michael was kidnapped and horrifically tortured to death.
He brutalized Michael in no way that any person should be brutalized. Michael was one of the lead cases that shows some people deserve the maximum sentence given by the jurors.
Rhoades had prior convictions before killing Lyons, and those priors are contributing to the resentencing under the new law.
We are extremely disgusted and appalled by this situation being brought up again. And we just want justice, and we want our justice system to do what they need to do.
Michael's never left, and I know that he's here with me right now.
That's right.
I know he's here with me right now saying it's going to be okay. You know, I know that.
We were not allowed to bring cameras into the courtroom today, but I did speak with the family's lawyer over the phone, and she does tell me that the chance of Rhoades getting off death row or getting a reduced sentence is very, very low. But nonetheless, the family still has to come out here and go through all of this again by law.
Yeah, just unnecessary anguish once again, right. Kayla. Thank you for that emotional story live outside the courthouse.